Hi everyone, it's 4:14 on the clock. The 4 is the Emperor, the 14 is the Temperance card. Patience, balance, and a higher love. And the Emperor is all about having control over your life, right? Having control over your thoughts is most important here. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. First, you might want to send out some love around the world to those who are in need, especially the vulnerable like children and perhaps old people who can't take care of themselves. Let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings. And thank you guys for being here with me. Okay. So I have a few messages plus a union and twin flame read. They're both twin flame reads. The union read is more of a physical union, actually about the energies of the masculine and feminine coming together physically. And today I am doing the 3D, 4D, 5D, reflecting perhaps it's a good way to gauge where you are on the scale of 3D, 4D, 5D, right? So 3D, 4D, 5D. And again, this is more dimensionally as opposed to density because we're really grounding into the fourth density, which takes a long time to get through. It also is a good way to see, are you in the feminine energies, are you in the masculine energy right now? Because it identifies it that way as well. And how you are relating in those energies as well. This read in front of you, the 7-deck read, is just general energies for all twin flames. So it's a much more broad spectrum of energies. It is a lot of energy, so if something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. If you want something more specific to you, my information is below as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames. And I'm going to get going here with the read. So we're going to roll the die, we're going to show the pictures, and then I'm going to get right into them. I definitely was more motivated today. The past couple days, I was feeling like, just difficult energies to process through, but nothing, out of the ordinary, except for what I told you about the dead bird the other morning being left for me on my step, but that was a couple days ago. But getting after that energy, it just feels like today really cleared a lot. I was able to get some cleaning done around the house, which I don't do a whole lot of these days. So that was good. And exercise, that kind of stuff. So I definitely had more energy in that respect. So let's go ahead and roll the die, see what comes up for the twins. Okay, we have the number 11 for 11/11 tomorrow. And I might come on tomorrow, maybe do a short meditation with you guys. There'll be other group meditations to do, but it can't hurt to do one more. So I might do that. I have to see how I am in the morning. Then we have Uranus here, which is the Aquarius energy and sudden changes and events. And we have over here Capricorn. So Capricorn is all about restriction and responsibilities. And then we have sudden events regarding restrictions and responsibilities. And then we have the 11, which is justice. It's also alignment of truth and balance. And so let's see how this all plays out. So with Aquarius and Libra, because justice is Libra, we have 2 air signs there and then Capricorn. And we're still in Scorpio energies here. And I don't know what the astrological aspects are this week, but I think I heard someone talk about a square with Mars. I forget what the square is exactly, but so there may be a challenge this week in some respect, and that may be why these restrictions are coming up regarding Capricorn and responsibilities. So I'm going to leave the light off for now while I'm doing the messages of the day. I'll turn them on especially for the read in front of you so they can see the cards better. I'm going to show you the pictures of the reads today. This is the union read. This is the left is the feminine, the right is the masculine, the bridge between them is in the middle. The incoming divine feminine, the outgoing divine masculine, the underlying energies, and the closing energies here. That last card is the shadow. It's the devil card, in case you couldn't see it well. And the underlying energy was abundance of the Empress. This is the reed you see on the table. Okay. So you see the lover's rainbow in the middle of the reed, the central card. And then this is the full reeds on the table. We have the message of the day here. I actually have 3 of them. They're not too long though. 1, the second reed, and the third. And these reeds are the Animal Spirit Guidebook. It's the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook. The Lenormand Reverie, the Gilded Tarot, and then the Kipper deck. Those are the messages of the day cards. And the 7 decks in front of you are the Rider-Waite Mini with Romance Angels, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck is back there. The main deck, of course, is the Sirian Starseed deck, and then we have the Universal Golden deck here and the Gilded deck back there. And of course, we do oracles at the end as well. So, yeah, that was the pictures. And I had a visit, I think it was a finch, I'm not sure what kind of bird. It was one of the smaller birds came by today. I put some more seeds out this morning, but boy, was it quiet as a mouse as far as animals are concerned. So I left my video on for a while to see if anything came up. And that was that one bird that came up, didn't even go to eat the seeds. It just came up and kind of looked around. I got a few cute shots of them. And then all I saw were people walking their dogs or taking a walk or cars going by, but that was it. It was really quiet when it comes to animals. So that was the energy this morning. And let's see here. We're starting with, let's see, and today's the 10th. Tomorrow's the 11/11 portal, so big deal energy for meditation and unity consciousness. And Magenta just put a new video up after being sick, so you might want to check that out. She's talking about the gateway. It's just a short one because she's still healing. She was talking about the connection to Atlantis tomorrow. And let's see here. Yep. All right. So the first message of the day was done last night at 10:43. The underlying energy was the vulture, the lilies, the King of Swords, and occupation. And the day today with the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and then today, what is it today? Today adds up to 26, which is the Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. And by the way, my nephew's little girl was born this morning at 6:41, so that's definitely the energy of a new baby, right? The Wheel of Fortune and a Page of Wands. So that energy could be coming in for some. But again, it's birthing the new. And I was also getting the energy of my father coming back with this child, so it should be interesting to see the energy that comes up from her. Really, she's really tiny too. All right, so we have the old eagle, spiritually mature and at peace, with the King of Swords in energetic exchange, perhaps for their occupation or just a lot of back and forth regarding communications or travel, or again, sexual exchange. 2 hearts is one, and one big sting had to get jumped to find their inspiration, that the cobra and the vulture make a perfect match. When the vulture is crabby, the cobra gets excited, and when the man from Mars is exposing powers and towers and pushy polarized shadow people, dark mothers and Queen of Wands in union, or the devil and Mrs. Jones being very mature about everything, the divine feminine's open heart here, along with the whole world, to implement a plan for perhaps breaking contracts, right? Getting away from the old life, but divorce can be one of those things, and forgiveness or spiritual separation with the King of Swords. Exposing a death or ending a false person or couple, or the tango of the masked man and a woman, or courtship for stability, purposes. And that doesn't have to be a love courtship too. It could be perhaps talking about someone, about partnering up to do something or even to buy a home. So the loving Empress here, which is coming up as a mature woman, and the worldly mature man, with the King of Cups impoverished child occupied with energetic exchange, or a daughter who now may be a single mother and working their fingers to the bone. Okay, so you maybe have a young child who has a baby who's working really hard. Also, parents and grandparents and the lessons we learn from each other, and these can be grown children as well. So the octopus teacher, with a school of fish, a wise social community coming clean about their misdeeds and opening sealed documents or letters of infiltration. Perhaps, letters to try to get to the bottom of something. The school of fish, or lots of Pisces or Jesus energies, with the key to freedom, the Knight of Wands rushing in, and the man with sudden thoughts of a woman here, coming clean to step it up. The second section is the exhausted whale and the cheetah about to pounce. While navigating dark, deep waters, to come together, sovereign and conflicted by bad health or the healthcare system. The cheetah feels like it's their lucky day, and the Page of Wands reversed may be uninspired or lacking fortune due to health. And again, especially if you were just born today, that would definitely apply. But seizes an opportunity to take care of another. The Sovereign upright and the Page of Wands reversed. The mature whale who's tired of their games. And the third section is the dragon, the shark, the lizard, and the tiger. Higher self with eye on the shark tank and lizard morphing into the eye of the tiger. The child in transition, not messaging on destined journey. And the shark is getting impatient for justice to play out and escapes from prison as the wealthy man in transition, perhaps. The lizard and the snake are in the garden of success and notoriety. Winning in court, some kind of union adjudication, or the State of the Union address. With the tiger, the Knight of Cups, stalking, and frustrated King of Wands filing papers at the courthouse, perhaps, at 12:10, which is the Hanging Man in the Wheel of Fortune. So the fourth section was the golden egg in abundance of energetic exchange times 2, so double the energetic exchange or abundance, so perhaps stepping up the energy here, dealing with marriages, or, like I said, partnerships of coming together, or baby and mom at the hospital, and baby going with the flow, and then back and forth in abundant marriage. The fifth section here is the stingray and the spider in the web, activated in the circle of trust with ring and flowers, and withholding time, money, and effort from the Knight of Cups community, or saving a ring to propose when the time is right. The spider is caught in the web with flowers and home, and 2 hermits with changes, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, which can be the 2 hermits, or they could be 2 hermits with 2 children, or messengers coming in, or messages, or deliveries. The Queen of Pentacles and the old man imprisoned at present by the Queen of Wands thief, or went to prison for her as she then took up with someone else and or his old man at 12:28, which is the Hanging Man and the 2 of Wands, which is a choice of path or the twin flames. And is also getting the energy of the tiger with the key to sweep her off her feet between the Knight of Wands and the Empress here. So the second message of the day was done at 1:01 a.m. last night. Which was interesting because I had ordered lumber this summer that I never got because Lowe's canceled my order, and they had sent me just a random questionnaire, about satisfaction with your experience, and then asking why I'd canceled, which I never canceled my lumbar. Not my lumbar. Maybe I need to cancel my lumbar too. That's where my injury is. But I never canceled it. They messed up after I'd called them like 3 times to make sure that my lumbar was all put together to deliver at the same time over a 2-month period. And then they just canceled my delivery for no reason and gave me no recourse. So I never said anything. I got 10% off my next purchase because I asked for it. They never offered me anything for all my time and effort. And I just let it go and figured it wasn't time to do it. It's the universe's way of getting me to not do it right now for some reason. But then they offered a questionnaire, and I'd gotten it a couple weeks ago, and I just kind of ignored it. But last night, for some reason, I was inspired to actually answer their questionnaire about how the service was, to make sure they understood, that they take advantage of the little people, because, the people who work at the stores, they don't really care about the individuals. Yeah, maybe the big contractors who put a lot of money into the store, but, for the individuals, if they're really busy, they don't really care about you. And I told them that I was looking into more private companies as opposed to the big companies like Lowe's and Home Depot, because they don't seem to care about the individual anymore, right? As the bigger they get, the less one-to-one service that you get. So that was coming up. The underlying energy here was the otter, the park, the five of swords reversed, and the privileged lady. The innocent pup in a public meet, in the forum of judgment post-war for privileged lady. The scorpion with their stinger out, leaving them speechless, reflecting swans, two hearts as one, an innocent child, curious and open and vulnerable. The powers that be and the shadow polarized side, in abundant energetic exchange, standing up for self, being the key to freedom, self-love, and diving deep. And again, like I said, an example of that is that they asked for my opinion. The vehicle of infiltration here, right, to get in to the center of the situation in order to heal from within. At 108 is the magician and the 8 of the dance of manifestation. The King of Swords looking back at the energetic exchange with Hierophant, which is any kind of teacher, powers that be, commitment, societal norms, and the Page of Wands reversed. The Hierophant can also be a Taurus person. And then we have the Page of Wands reversed, uninspired, to pick a path and help one out from the cold with no recourse. No one to help post-war. The Page of Wands reversed, without great fortune, perhaps stores competing, and then the Fool's journey of official person with the worldly mature man or Taurus and lady in wait with certain expectations. And again, you can see like Home Depot or Lowe's as that Taurus Hierophant energy, and then the little person who's just the one person ordering as the Page of Wands, because they're not a big deal to them. The King of Cups impoverished boy meets the wise privileged lady to see if they need work. The first section here is the bear, raccoon, the zebra, and the fish. The big bear talking to the little raccoon with mask and in trouble. The zebra activated their third eye, and the fish out of water. The bear is two as one. The Queen of Wands didn't tell or call the main male. The raccoon's inspired to write or communicate regret in draining the Knight of Cups and or their community. The zebra Knight of Cups took a chance offering love as the messenger of truth to the hermit and make changes, with the fish out of water, on a magic adventure of making their time, money, and effort work for them or you. The Queen of Cups here coming up with the main male, the Knight of Cups, hermiting with the Queen of Cups. So the Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups hermiting together at a 1, 2, 3 jump, which is that quantum leap. Taking a leap of faith. So 1, 2, 3, the second section is stingray, the gazelle, the moth, and the mouse. The activated gazelle here, and the moth to the flame, mouse. Plugged in, turned on, completely activated, with a mountain to climb, dumping a load, a burden, or responsibilities on the emperor or the powers that be in courtship or lack thereof, where the gazelle is the angry man. Perhaps he's usually very graceful, but perhaps has a different side. The angry man suffering in silence over the main female. The moth to the flame and the wise community of birds at night, or helping cancer to spread the word, to break seals or infiltrate from within. The mouse grounding and integrating and mastering, or GIM, or the gym, the details of looking closer, close up, and justice for the man with sudden thoughts of a woman. The emperor with high priestess, or perhaps his secret keeper, with a bold move to an epiphany, or to epiphanize. The third section here is the nightingale, the horse, the elephant, and the dragon, which is a very powerful bunch. The sweet songbird sings to clear the air as Mr. Ed opens their third eye, and the elephant, or Ellie, with big nose and ears to hear and smell with, and the dragon with one big eye to see you with. Testing your faculties, perhaps, your wherewithal. The nightingale exposing the powers that be, as the Queen of Pentacles reversed is ungrounded by the false people and masks that they wear. The horse on the fool's journey with doors 1 and 2, like the game show. The chariot in a bold move to drive over to see if she wants to go on a destined journey. A train ride, perhaps. With the elephant making cuts, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, and a wealthy man in transition, which can be someone's lawyer as well. A dragon with luck of the Irish, and the Knight of Wands reversed in union, judication, or perhaps in court, or dealing with legal paperwork. The judge and jury, and all-seeing eye, or big brother. God opening doors, and elephant making cuts. The dragon wishes, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed with Mr. Ed, and the Queen of Swords, perhaps Cancer, saying what took you so long, or Saggy, what the F, to their employees. Perhaps the Queen of Pentacles reversed is a false person, or wearing a mask, or covering up for the Page of Pentacles reversed. Perhaps if you're going to see a new child, of course you have to wear a mask. You may not even be allowed in. And the Knight of Wands reversed, perhaps they screwed up, taking off their masks, or somebody took off their masks around someone and they weren't supposed to. At 141 is the Magician and the Ace of Cups. The false person or couple and the masked dance we do in the journey to wealthy man, perhaps in getting the kids, or the whistleblower. And the Blue Jays were coming up there as the whistleblowers, because one of them, I forget which one, the Blue Jays or the Cardinal, are whistleblowers, but they sounded like whistleblowers when they were out there the other morning. And then the whistleblowers on the journey, giddy up, to settle out with wealthy man, and the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed in court. Okay, because those could be two young people, whether they're your own children or perhaps young workers that you work with. And then I noticed there was some kind of court case too that was in the news today when I was just passing through on my iPad with a young person. So the fourth section here is the shark, the butterfly, the lamb, and the panther. With the shark attack, and FedEx just dropped something off just now. The shark attack of vulnerable butterfly on the lamb, target of the Black Panther. The shark may be the hermit with gifts, or this could be a shark hermiting with gifts, now that the worst is over, of the King of Wands at the courthouse. The butterfly with sudden dreams come true, perhaps the beginning of the world, in need of hope for abundant marriage. And the lamb here, who's targeted, or target of the rod and staff justice, the secret passion and the need to use their intuition, with Atlas and the weight of the world at a distance, and the sheep, or ship, about to anchor without water. And then I was getting Kaplunk again. Remember the Kaplunk game with the, you'd put them in the slots on Let's Make a Deal. That's the second time that Kaplunk word came up this week, so I don't know who it's for, but it's definitely for somebody. So dumping a shipment, perhaps, like FedEx just did, at the doorstep. The panther is making, or is maturing rather, in union and peace, with falling out in the past with loving, mature woman. Again, so that could be anybody that may have had a misunderstanding with you or you with them in the past. And a Black Panther, whoever that energy is, I can definitely think of someone that relates to me. And it was definitely having to do with the masculine still processing, right, their own energies and needing to, kind of get over themselves. The 153 here is the Magician and the 53 of the Knight of Swords, the Messenger of Truth, where the worst is over of depression and secrets of the past falling out, with the King of Wands filing papers for a marriage, or of Atlas and the weight of the world, and an anchored ship needing a loving, mature mother's touch who has seen all of it. The fifth section here is the Knight of Wands with a ring for the loving lady with gifts, working to align with the King of Pentacles reversed, who could be stubborn or unable to function or unable to work or on strike, the journey of despair or of the pair, and the older man with concerns here. All won't believe what they missed out on. The imprisoned thief and the unexpected income or unexpected incoming, presently trapped with the Queen of Wands, frustrated by her unexpected visit or visitor. Or they are playing the wild card. And how did she get out of prison? Somebody might be asking, like, how did they get out of prison? Who bailed her out? Or a wife trying to take him for all he is worth at 204, which is the High Priestess and the Emperor. All right, so then we came up to today and this morning. I'm going to turn the light on now. So again, I pulled my cards from Metatron deck this morning, and the colors blue and yellow were coming up again. So it's that reference to blue and gold, which is definitely the blue rays, right? The gold and blue rays. And of course, blue and yellow make green, which is the heart. So we're referencing the solar plexus, the heart, and the throat chakra. And again, the 11s were coming up, feeling at peace with life, in a wake-up call, especially with things like new births, all of a sudden there's a distraction that takes you out of your head for sure. But again, that focus on the third, not only the solar plexus to the throat, but the third eye as well, and to talk to the inner child. Yeah, it was just kind of like not a heavy 3D day, but a day where it was good enough energy to get some of that stuff done that you don't always feel like doing. Also, the key of 14 and 41 was coming up. 14 is the Temperance card, the angel, the higher love, and the 41, of course, is the new love, self-love and spiritual love. And it's also the all for one and one for all, right? The 14 and the 41. So the three musketeers coming up here as well. The Empress, with the flower of life, the wounded warrior, and the high priestess, creating and then reflecting again. So it's coming up with the energy of, do the things you need to do today, whether it's meditate or just get some things done or go exercise, but come back and reflect and meditate again afterward. Let's see here. Yeah, and don't forget every day to, to clear your energy and set boundaries. Know your keys and set boundaries. Stay on your path. And just go with the flow. And when you're confused, it's obviously not a time to make decisions. So that's that time to let it go and just be present and be okay with what is in the moment. That everything is good. You got your four walls around you. When you're confused, it's not a time to make a decision. Don't allow someone to make you feel pressured, because we can do that to ourselves all the time. It's time to take a nap or meditate or take a walk. And if it still doesn't resolve, then just wait till the next morning, which there's always an automatic reset every morning. So this next message of the day was at 12:33 today, with the worm and the underlying energy, the letter, the Seven of Cups, and the courtship. The newbie, and inspired to write, email, or communicate, or create synchronicities, options in heaven in their eyes, or our eyes, in a courtship of home partnership. The hawk is clearing the way, and the hyena is feeling pushed. The turtle is slow and saying, "Don't fence me in," while the butterfly is weak, just out of the womb. An abundant energetic exchange, with the storks nesting and things looking up, or perhaps there's a star and or Aquarius here, perhaps dreams coming true, as the Page of Wands is cracking codes with the Power Lady present to rod and staff, or cracking the whip on justice or Libra, and union or home and spirituality, maturity and peace. aspiring, writing, or note to child at their birth. With good cheer, self-satisfaction, perhaps as chef or wine country. With the devil on fire, with a dependent or dependent Capricorn, or just powerlessness regarding a happy family or a happy ending, and heaven in their eyes in general. The main female here, or the high priestess, in an occupation of energetic exchange, a lot of back and forth, whether it's communication, travel, or even sexual energy exchange. The King of Cups boy is coming up as impoverished, perhaps walking away from something, in despair, or on their journey about a house or decision and or partnership, courtship, or the emperor and stability. And the first section here was the sea serpent, which is the sacral chakra, the tarantula, and the lamb. Seek the sacred crossroads here in the silencing of the lamb, or target practice. The sacral eye and the seal that's been broken. The power man depressed over a decision with loving, mature woman. The tarantula at a crossroads, and the loving man getting over loss, regret, perhaps of a marriage of abundance at 1247, which is the hangman, and the Seven of Cups, which is also synchronicities, having lots of choices, and it was just 444, the angelic realms there. This can be the Empress as well. The Taurus, so getting over some kind of loss or regret of a marriage of abundance, and or Empress, which also can be abundance, Gaia, a mother, grandmother, an aunt, a boss. The Lamb is coming up here with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde calling the shots. The Queen of Cups is upright with the Chariot, so it could be a Cancer person, and the vehicle of infiltration again here, right? The way in. The power man and the loving man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, perhaps the two parts of people's personalities, especially the masculine coming up here, but also the Lamb, which is very innocent, like an inner child. Depressed and angry, and then loving and letting go, with the Queen of Cups so loving and longing for what may come, the mature woman with daughter of marriage or contemplating mother and daughter team in a message. The second section here is the bear, the oyster, and the lion. The bear clammed up or nudging the oyster to open up to the lion who's looking forward but not at them. The bear with the key to freedom of soulmates and children, and the man with sudden thoughts of a woman. The oyster is self-loving in diving deep and keeping to themselves, with the Page of Cups reversed, rejected or vulnerable child on the path of the wounded warrior. The lion in their den, home and stability, and the King of Swords upright here, at 28 perhaps, the lady of expectation. Or both man and lady are thinking about the Page of Cups reversed on their path with them, or perhaps taking someone on with them, or a silent partner. The third section here, and of course a baby would be a silent partner, sometimes. The third section here is the starfish, the deer, the eagle, and the wolf. The superficial, the dear one, the eagle stirring things up, and the wolf who's dazed and confused, or perhaps in a funk, or perhaps didn't sleep last night. The star of the family tree, the Page of Swords reversed on destined journey, or star of the family, or newborn, or negative communication about family and travel. The dear one, the chariot, snake, or apple. Pick your poison with the King of Cups reversed, inspired by unexpected income or unexpected incoming visit, with a new person to the family to stir things up a bit. The Page of Swords reversed and the King of Cups reversed perhaps could be a father and child, or just a negative message, and the King of Cups being emotionally unavailable, and the eagle has landed with the King of Wands and the petty thief, or annoying little pests or kids leaving a mess, but the worst now is over, and blissful hanging out with wise, privileged lady, and of course that could be a new mother as well. The wolf glad to leave her house, or the hen house, or the bunch of little kids or pets, to a quiet place, numb, paralyzed, no sleep to be had. Back to lover, but with great affection, of the Knight of Cups and community, or dealing with in-laws, thankful for someone to take over, and especially if you're babysitting a bunch of little kids. So baby and daddy in bliss together, exhausted, perhaps the King of Cups reversed and Page of Swords reversed. We're dealing with the hospital and rejecting the you-know-what. The star and the dear one ready to come home, or must they stay? There may be some anxiety about that, with the fourth section being the lizard, the tiger, the ants, and the nightingale. The lizard gets frazzled as the tiger comes in. The lizard's getting out of the way. An attraction or gathering, the sore spot, the entry wound, where the songbird is clearing the air, or national anthem, or lullabies, with the lizard crossing twin bridges, and the Queen of Cups 38 with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, unable to function, and perhaps with a message of concern about a patient or being patient at 108, the 1 of magician, the 8 of the dance, and the manifestation of dreams. The tiger's on a magic adventure here, or perhaps stalking one who is, or separated or disappointed with atlas or ship, travel, and nothing to anchor into. And the fire ants coming from all over the place to see what they could see, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and 3 by 3, and the quantum leap of all for one and one for all, with good luck with the high priestess and wishes, without an option, in conflict with healthcare, or one in bad health. The songbird abundantly cleared by the high priestess and or false person or couple with masks. The Queen of Cups crossing a bridge on an adventure to natural cures and sailing right over obstacles free and clear. Perhaps unable to function here, stuck, heartbroken, or running out of options, as the secret keeper is floating on air and sailing and speaking and singing and or tangoing, the tango of the masculine and feminine. A message of concern at a distance, or bad health care and or false person, or dealing with masks, or as luck would have it, someone in the hospital perhaps needs some help. Or perhaps you run into someone at the hospital that you know as well. Everyone coming to see the eye of the tiger when they enter the room, or keeping all away, a lot of earth, wind, and fire, but not much love and emotion here. Pisces and Aries were the main players in this section that came up, and I was getting grandmothers as well. The fifth section here is the elephant, the fox, the elk, the swans, and the whale. Here they come, bum, bum, walking down the street. So that's coming up from the monkeys again, which was the message from my dad last week about my nephew's daughter coming in this week, that he was saying goodbye to me because he was coming into her. So he also brought up the monkeys then, the whole song, which was so cool, because the last line is, you never know who's coming your way, right? So that was his announcement of entry that he's coming. So it's coming up again with here they come, the elephant's broken with flame in trunk or nose at 122, and there's a helicopter right above the house. The magician and the 22 of the Fool's Journey, with fox and elk gathering with them, the swans reflecting the whale who's exhausted all options. The elephant's energized, or perhaps there's an Ellie here, energized, expanding, or dealing with conflict, or exposing all, the patient angel and the higher love and the judication of the union or home. The fox is in the hen house hanging out, or Fox News, and implementing a plan for wealthy man in transition at 128, the magician and the 2 of wands, or the twin flames. The elk is coming up as the hothead, or perhaps they're steaming, or red, or a redhead. Or McDreamy and McSteamy were coming up here together. Maybe somebody's watching Grey's Anatomy. And the elk is committed to the circle of trust with the page of wands and the main male. Or the main male is with a lawyer in court. Their team, the elephant being the judge, the swans reflecting the powers and towers, exposing the empress reversed not well, or gone, leaving, or empty house, or completed a room perhaps, or perhaps she just had a baby, or the room is ready for a new child, with the whale on a life raft needing a lifeline. Out of time, the King of Cups is back to work with or for their little girl, perhaps running on fumes after no sleep. And perhaps someone older in the family too, who's all excited about a birth, maybe ended up having some heart trouble or, congestion, that kind of stuff, which ended up getting them admitted. That could be as well. The patient angel investing or implementing a plan for the page of wands upright and the empress reversed that will work, or a mother who just delivered. The father in a romance with their little girl. Home and or union adjudication with the wealthy man and main male with an empty room for the little girl. And that was the messages coming up here at 135, the magician and the wounded warrior, or the 9 of wands. So we had the 4 at the end here was the 4 of wands and the 10 of pentacles, which is like the ultimate happy family, right? You have a stable home, and then you have the 10 of pentacles family too to help you with support with the extended family. So stability and wealth, and the page of wands with great fortune, completion and change. Home inspired, that's abundant with family, business, and or community or the world to help with the changes. So now we're going to go to the union read. And this was done yesterday at 6:25 to 26 last night. The 25 and 26 are the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. So fiery kids or messages or just getting motivated to move. And the 6 is the Lovers, of course. And this is 3D, 4D, 5D. And for some reason I drew the 2 flames, like the 2 of Wands card, as a gate, so if you have 2 flames next to each other, it's literally a gate, like the twin flames are each one side of one gate. So we have the mother, the abundance card was the underlying energy, the 2 of pentacles in the middle, and then the shadow at the end. And the 2 of pentacles in this deck is much more about surrendering to all that is, as opposed to juggling. The mother with open arms surrenders to all that is and the shadow. The incoming divine feminine here is the 4 of swords, the page of swords, and the king of pentacles. Sitting in the shadow, perhaps on the beach, or where the land meets the sea. The page of swords with a little light for the king of pentacles, and I'm losing my voice chakra a little bit there. Where the page of swords with a little light for the king of pentacles, but the king of pentacles here can also be Akashic records, right? Going back to see what is your relationship to this family member, perhaps. With the structure, or the emperor coming up as the seeker of the master of crystals, right? Seeking out how to master perhaps their time, money, and effort. The mother at rest with a message to the king of pentacles, or the page of swords child sent a message, and the king of pentacles talked, but not much. The 3D here is the 7 of swords, 7 of pentacles, and the page of cups. And the 7 of pentacles in this deck is very much about the divine feminine's heart in the E tower, like Rapunzel. The divine feminine passing downloads from a place of the 4D, surrender, to surrendering to the 5D and up, getting word to the 3D ground. The divine masculine page of cups with an open heart, making a splash or sending love his own way. Bridging in the divine feminine's heart at the E tower, open for business. And the 4D here is 7 of swords, 2 of pentacles, and karma, the divine feminine phoenix rising above with their flame in hand, rising to tango. And I've also been talking about phoenix, literally, with family this week. So phoenix is definitely coming up for that reason as well. The divine masculine with karma and a wake-up call or being judged or making a big announcement, bridging by the 2 of pentacles, surrendering to all that is above our head. Some things are just above our head right now. It's not meant for you at the moment. The 5D here is the 2 of wands, the 7 of cups, and the 4 of cups. The divine feminine twin flames, high above the earth, gate holders, feeling each other in the etheric realms. The divine masculine grounding, integrating, and mastering, or the GIM, or the gym, receiving love, looking up at the stars, and looking for a home. Bridging on the stairway to heaven, climbing to 6 and above. And of course 6 is the Lovers. The outgoing divine masculine here is the 3 of wands, the 10 of cups, and the Knight of cups. Present to their flame now, and the 10 of cups family of emotional fulfillment, the Knight of cups community in the green room facing the shadow grid, the web of rapture, an unlimited place of motherly love. The divine feminine passing messages from the 4 and 5D and up, rising above drama, and Phoenix rising to their posts, watching over the earth, and merging polarities, the divine masculine page of cups with their heart open wide, an innocent and opening crown, to wake to receiving love as well. The bridge here is that's funny because that's the new baby's middle name is Paige. So that came up for some reason. The bridge here is the Divine Feminine's heart in the E tower, and the Divine Masculine working on getting in, to surrender from where the land meets the water to all that is on the stairway to heaven, up and up, at least to 60, if not above. And that could be 60 as well as if not above. And that could be referencing to, when you get older, that's really heaven now, right? When you have that sense of freedom. The Divine Feminine with Taurus, and then the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. The Divine Masculine with Aquarius and Capricorn, with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, perhaps children. And then between them is the Divine Feminine's heart and the Masculine surrendering to that heart. The overall number here is 44, which is that grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, the Four of Cups. Can be boredom and apathy as well. But the horizontal pillars came out to 13, 9, and 22, which is death, the Hermit, and the Fool. And the other way came out to the Emperor, double zeros, which is source or space, 2 16s, which is the Twin Towers, the 4 again of the Emperor, so 2 towers, 2 emperors, and then the 3 of the Empress, the 1 of the Magician, and then double zeros again before the 44. So the message of the transition of the Hermit and the Fool, grounding, integrating, and mastering love, the Emperor with double O twin towers coming together, or Emperor and Empress destined at 0 point, stable with a room to share, a spare, and twin towers at 1111, coming together destined at GIM, which is the grounding, integrating, and mastering of, especially of receiving of love. I was just getting GI stuff too, right? GI medicine. But that can be the gym. That can be someone whose name is Jim. There's a lot of references to that. And that ended at 702, which is the Chariot and the High Priestess. So then we have the Twin Flame general read in front of you. And this was cut and dealt at 7:30 to 31 last night. And it's set 30 and 31 are the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. So again, the home, and then expanding from the home and the Chariot. And then at 7:43 of Orbs came up, and Orbs is thoughts and words, but it's also blind men and orphans, very much referencing the masculines. And the S of Sophia also came up here, right? So, and again, in the other cards for the messages of the day, the card of the man thinking of a woman was coming up a lot. So that's a reference here too, right? So the masculine is in their thoughts and words, of thoughts and words, and then we have the Sophia, which is the feminine, thinking of the feminine. I've finished clarifying at 7:58, which is the Chariot, and the 58, which is the 4 of Swords, which is the connection in the 5D between the masculine and the feminine. With the Lovers, Alchemy, which is the Temperance card, the Abundance, which is the Empress, Strength, and then Reason, which is the Emperor. So we have the Emperor and the Empress with strength between them here. With the Lovers, which is Gemini, Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, and Aries. And the major arcana right there. And the Wheel of Fortune also, which for me is Libra, came up after the read. We had 2 swords, 2 wands, 2 pentacles, but no cups again. And I just said that about the visiting with the child. There was earth, wind, and fire, but not much love. And the same is here. For the major cards in the read anyway, there were no cups, but 222, which is a lot of guidance. The King of Swords and the Page of Wands came up after the read. The Page of Cups came up before the read. So we have the King of Swords as the read. He's the only character besides the major arcana. And then a page on either side. Page of Cups before the read, Page of Wands after the read. And the only double number that came up was 55, which is the Truth and Excalibur. We have 56 of the 2 of Swords, the 8 of the Dance of Strength and Manifestation, the 10 of the High Vibration and Destiny and a Turn for the Better, and also 12 in a lesser sense as the Hanging Man or Hanging Out, the 25 of the Knight of Wands, 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, 78 of the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and then 810, which is 0 backing up 81, which for me is the end of karma around the world. The code line here was all about the number 24 coming up from 10, 6, and 8. And the 24 is the Queen of Wands. And this was all about relationship change and self-love. So the messages that were coming up from this code line here were as follows. either in a flash of light or lightning, or to a note to self, or a shave, like a flash of light, something cut really thin. In seeing, expanding, and contracting, or perhaps staying in the middle there and reflecting, in that destined high vibration to abound or be very abundant and wealthy on the Six of Wands journey of good news, and the lovers of flames, the Sophia and energetic exchange in the holy place of offering. Also, the widowed bride can come up here, and I wrote bride by accident, it just looks that way. The widowed bride or the widowed bribe could be coming up as well, with relationship change and self-love. And again, there was the message of it begins and ends with the divine feminine reflecting, or the chariot without Jesus. Then came up to shave, soapy, so somebody's shaving with soap, without chi or HP. So maybe someone has an HP shaver or something. That could be horsepower too, right? Without feeling any energy. To shave with soapy, without chi or HP, in destined abundance and fame, right? Perhaps the 5 o'clock shadow is going to be a good look for the masculine for a lot of abundance and fame, with the Sophia, an energetic exchange in the holy place of offering between the masculine and the feminine. I was also getting Finch coming up here, and also that energy of a sliver, of a shaving of something, or of an egg, like my dad used to give me the top of his egg, his soft-boiled egg in the morning. I was getting that, but I also was getting the energy of a biopsy, because that would be a very small, shaving of something. Cowabunda was coming up, but not Cowabunda, Tenabunda, and the 10 is the destiny, the wheel of fortune. So like the Cowabunda dude, Tenabunda. And then again, relationship change and self-love. Flashes of light and energetic exchange, expanding, contracting, and or reflecting, high vibe abundance and or fame, with Sophia and energetic exchange, with a sliver of egg, suddenly to see fidelity of high wealth and fame, in Sophia's dance of drama or birth pangs, contractions, and longing for relationship change and self-love. Okay, so those were the messages that came up. And again, today's energies are the 9 and the 25 of the Hermit, which is also 9 of endings and completions and compassion, universal selflessness, the collective consciousness, and the 25 of the Knight of Wands, of getting motivated, of passion, of sweeping someone off their feet as well, or working out, getting busy. The 5 of Swords was the underlying energy. All right, so we have the 5 of Swords here, which in this deck, the Sirian Starseed deck, is very much about like the frog growing to the prince, and they're kind of stuck in the middle. And someone might have a broken finger. We have the mini cards on top, and then below that 5 of Swords is the 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords, all upright. The Divine Feminine's heart in the E Tower, or reaping rewards of the Page of Cups or message of love through the whole truth, just below the surface the whole time, as the frog stretches to prince and growing, at war within. The King of Pentacles reversed, perhaps given an ultimatum. My gnat just showed up again. Unforgettable Nat King Cole, that's what you are. So that's been coming up a lot lately. My gnat always comes over when it's just the right time. So the King of Pentacles reversed may be given an ultimatum, or maybe he's giving one, or offered a partnership just to dump on them some more. So it's like someone giving them another project just so that they can abuse them even more. Or push to their emotional limit, or physical limit, or sweating it out, dumped in the dumps, purging, or the heat is on under pressure, to offer holy communication to the one who laughs in the face of danger. Standing up to a sister or suffering in silence at the twin gateway or crossroads, 1111, of the Queen of Swords reversed, which is the widowed bride, right? She's the widower who's in deep agony, because she's already the widower upright, but when she's reversed, she's in deep pain. After death or near-death experience, or dead tired, where the cycle is never ending. Or looking down upon one who suffers, this is the King of Pentacles. Or this could be the enemy as well, which can be self, right? The enemy can be facing your own fears. or yelling out the window, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. The twin flames here in a choice of path for the Queen of Swords after their death and coming right back. This can also be somebody leaning out the window saying, shut up down there, like even in your own house. And I was also getting someone who's maybe ill, like who's in a hospital bed on the first floor, right? So someone might be coming to look over the balcony to check on them at night to make sure they're okay. So a couple different situations there. But someone may be screaming out the window, I'm mad as hell, I'm not going to take it anymore. Or yelling it to someone to get to bed. Or a choice of path for the Queen of Swords reversed after their death and coming right back. Or the Queen of Swords reversed in deep loss, in mourning, never getting over a loss perhaps. Perhaps she died along with her soldier. Again, the Queen of Swords is the war widow, right? So the soldier who goes away and he either dies at war or he never comes back to her. So either way, she never got over him. She never had closure. And when they buried the Dark Knight, or lost an ex to cancer, or stuck clearing Akashic records at the doorway to heaven, a place to snuggle up by the fire perhaps, not the goat, there could be a goat here, but that could be Capricorn, but the goal posts up, just like the twin flames I talked about, the portal, the doorway with the two flames being both sides of the door. The goal posts are up, but the kicker is that there's no kicker present, or perhaps the team canceled. New information about the Emperor, perhaps feeling like a failure and or depressed, or under the radar in need of hope and dreams, perhaps coming off arrogant or attention seeker. At 8:53, or Aquarius reversed here, maybe fell off the wagon or horse again, and the Emperor with sideways glance. Express your love, and beneath that was religious factors, which can be any differences, not just religion, with Scorpio reversed and Aries upright, and Aquarius reversed as well at 8:56. The 8 of the dance, manifestation of dreams, and the 56 of the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing and either keeping your energy clear into yourself or pretending not to know so you don't have to deal with it. The Page of Swords is upright here, leaning on the truth, perhaps saying kiss my butt, in the nightmare in the dungeon or sex room, or perhaps the crystal sword cave, in separation, disappointment, and or heartbreak, in a three-way situation, playing them like not a fiddle but a harp, gently pulling strings to sound the warning bell of the second prize, the silver cup, and how they get them to believe that was gold, with a cherry on top? Dumped or duped, or dumped on in a betrayal of never-ending pain, feeling sex upstairs and downstairs, but no sexual partner to be found. So attacking the nuts. And that's about someone, going to the food, right, when you're depressed. The truth doesn't seem to matter to anyone here from their perspective of the person who's depressed and attacking the nuts. So forgiveness comes up here with 96. And beneath that, follow your dreams, which is 85, which is the reflection of 58, the 4 of Swords. So it's like grounding union, the physical union. Letting go to start over in love, with the Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles both reversed here. Perhaps both sisters, or suffering in silence, or both stressed out here. The King of Wands is upright, a towering inferno, knowing and keeping to themselves, with the Empress upright, recovering and cutting her losses, in need of peace and or divorced, or with a broken contract, religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed. The Frog is out of sight, or keeping out of sight, hanging up the boat, or the cups left out in the grass, becoming part of the scenery, because no one's cleaning up, needing peace of a more spiritual nature. With Scorpio upright, Taurus both upright and reversed, or an eruption or explosion between the King of Wands and the Empress, perhaps a divorce or issues around religion here, and that's specifically religion. The Hierophant reversed, perhaps at war with Scorpio reversed, or Dark Knight who's depressed, or Aquarius reversed sister, or suffering in silence and a betrayal times 2, in need of forgiveness. The underlying energy here is lots of back and forth, or a flurry of activity, communication, or travel, dumping a load, burden, or all your responsibilities, and the Emperor's just done, or death, or ended completely. Going forward after this read is the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Wands reversed in energetic exchange, perhaps going back and forth, with third party dumped or purging or crying, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, unable to function without lover. The King of Wands is feeling badly or guilt-ridden, with sovereign and 5D connection aligning with the world or other sealed divine feminines, and feeling attacked while hanging out in surrender, or by one hung out to dry by the wounded warrior who is now surrendered or confessed. The recent past here is the Abundance card, or the Empress upright, or Mother with open arms, frustrated or sexually abused, avoiding disaster with Leo, pet, or child with an ego at work, blocked by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be heartbroken or in separation in deception and losing battle, feeling trapped or imprisoned by not heeding the call to action, or perhaps they choked or spoke out of turn, holding back an announcement to the King of Pentacles reversed, or an announcement that was for the King of Pentacles reversed that wasn't forwarded to them at 9:24, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands. And now I'm getting worried because I have some mail for my son. There was only one thing in there that seemed significant, but nothing will happen if he doesn't get it right away. So I'm wondering if there's something in there that I don't realize he needs, which I'm actually going to mail tomorrow. So I hope that it's okay. So at 9:25 is the Hermit and the Knight of Wands, with Taurus upright and reversed, and then Scorpio reversed, Leo upright, Cancer reversed, and Aquarius reversed here. And the movie that was coming up last night was The Big Wedding, which is about all the drama in the family, right? The parents aren't married again. He's with the new one, which used to be her best friend, but then they had an affair, so they're not so much friends anymore. And then all the kids and their grown-up drama and coming to one of the kids' weddings. So with no understanding, no arousal or growth, after sudden event, epiphany, and or taming the beast and or the dog, working to align with blocks around heartbreak and deception, losing or going to jail for not telling the King of Pentacles reversed. The foundation here is alchemy reversed, losing patience or fallen angel in a losing battle in a breakup and or betrayal, the Knight of Wands rushing back, satisfied with self and reaping rewards of the Divine Feminine's heart. The central energy is the Lovers reversed in a breakup or separation, a burden for the King of Swords, tempted by the devil, unable to manifest, or the King of Swords irritated by the devil manipulation. The challenge being the Six of Wands reversed, feeling a failure, attention-seeking behavior, or doing things under the radar, being strong, taming the beast, with the Hermit reversed, losing their mind, or over-isolating and coming out about energetic exchange between the Knight of Cups upright and the Queen of Swords reversed, with Libra in their chart perhaps, or no longer a patient or angel. And at home, the Knight of Cups is offering love to perhaps hang out and share with the evil Empress, or no longer showing off, flirting with all, and the Page of Cups unable to find the right words for the Queen of Swords reversed, Hermit reversed, sharing their codependencies of lacking faith in themselves, losing patience and giving up, or the Page of Pentacles reversed, needing help, money, or opportunity, or missed an opportunity in heartbreak, separation, and or disappointment of taking the show on the road and connecting one-to-one and or with a soulmate here. Now is the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit in exile or exit, I wrote by accident, the Messenger of Truth, High Priestess or Secret Keeper, and lovers with psychic abilities and knowing, standing up for themselves in divorce or for their spirituality. The Page of Swords upright and the Page of Wands reversed, perhaps defending each other here. One is the Messenger of Truth and one is the Defender. The Hermit and the High Priestess lovers, and or two High Priestesses here, or two female twins out in the cold, Virgo, or could be a Taurus or Capricorn too, but in a cold place of energy vampiring, and those who refuse to wake up to their anger, their insecurities, and their manipulations, and lacking tools to manifest. Juggling in the 5D connection without peace, and the Page of Cups offering love, making the Magician reversed feel bad. The Queen of Cups reversed may be needing help to get started, or a missed opportunity, or invitation and longing for soulmate or past memories, with fallen angel, seeing synchronicities of the King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands, and trapped in the deception, present to or presently divorced, or alternative and outside the box. The Angel reversed, the Hierophant reversed, coming together for a little footsie under the table, with Sag reversed and Taurus reversed, fallen angel, and narcissistic old man. Soon is strength in jumping through hoops to tell the truth, to connection, standing up boldly about third party or bad influences between Cancer upright and Scorpio reversed. And whenever I say reversed, it could be in their chart, but not their sun sign as well. And then Virgo reversed also, both uncomfortable, perhaps dealing with their own emotions at 10-14, the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. No peace and frustrated, no growth as well. As Leo is upright, Sag and Libra reversed, or in a twist of fate, losing patience, and Leo presenting the whole truth to partners defending their actions or lack of understanding. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Ten of Pentacles upright and the Ten of Cups upright, all together with everything, every possible happiness, and being practical and moderate. The Ten of Pentacles upright, justice, Libra, or divorce, abundance, or one is happy with the Ten of Pentacles and the other is happy with the Ten of Cups and less money. The King of Wands with happy kids, or exposing all to sovereign at work with the Divine Feminine, Pisces, or world at large, around the block, or two women coming together to take over the business, or just doing really well in their own endeavors or at school. The King of Wands is upright, but looking back at how he got here, it looks like they're all aligning, or one with the business and happy family, or emotions fulfilled, and the King of Wands with the money, or the wealthy family, or inheritance, vacation, and the it girl, while Justice, or Libra, is in the middle, but having the best of both worlds. Perhaps setting up kids to make their own way, or so they can take care of the family when they need to be taken care of. And then we have honeymoon, romantic feelings, and this could be the one. And also very soon, and true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Emperor upright, or the logical man, the reason, offering a big offer that knocks them for a loop, forcing their surrender, right? An offer they can't refuse. Two out in the cold, coming clean or cleaning up their act, or gave a severance package and booted them out. The challenge being the Eight of Wands and energetic exchange and the circle of trust at 10-27, the destiny of the Ace of Wands, the new passion. The flame. After death or ending and over isolating or going crazy and uncomfortable inside their skin, with relationship change and self-love, an offer of new love with the Page of Wands reversed, frustrated. Or perhaps they're just tired or sick or bouncing off the walls, and that could be a baby as well. The King of Swords with Taurus in their chart, or with crazy old man and child who needs help in separation, moving or traveling to connect or partner up, the Six of Cups soulmates, and afraid perhaps to call. The King of Swords with news, or clarity, the Page of Wands reversed, removing their mask in a twist of fate with the Empress upright of abundance. And there's no guidance here, but working to align energies at 10:32, which is the destiny of the journey. The Divine Feminine's heart is open to love, offering the truth by facing their fears, the enemy, the self, stretching and growing and losing patience and balance with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and the Emperor and Empress in a breakup and or without affection. The challenge being failure and attention-seeking behavior, under the radar, breaking through the ring of fire, in energetic exchange with the Hermit left out in the cold, in exile from the King of Swords, perhaps with new information and clarity about the Page of Wands reversed, with Libra reversed, or a twist of fate. Or Libra reversed and Taurus reversed are working together after the Page of Wands reversed came clean or removed their mask. The frog stretching to Prince with the Empress Mother or Divorcee, the fallen angel without love in exile, challenged by no attention or no success, and the Ten of Pentacles being strong with the Emperor or logical man in energetic exchange with the King of Swords with information about the Page of Wands and a slowdown perhaps. And I was getting to that this could be a Page of Wands reversed, could be a child who did something illegal and is making restitution here. Okay, so that is the read, and let's just pull a couple oracle cards here for you guys. It's going to be a lighter day. It's 109, which is the Magician and the Hermit, and then we have 5:23 on the clock here, which is the Hierophant, and it just turned from the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. And that could be, oh, I have my cards mixed up here. So we have King and Queen of Wands and the Hierophant, which can be their marriage. As I was just moving two cards, which one of them was the Hierophant and the business. So it could be a marriage to the business as well. And so from the energy deck, let's see what's coming up for you. From the energy deck, to wrap this all up, what is the message for us? Okay, storm warning. The 10, which is that turn for the better. So whatever comes up, know it is necessary to clear your path for what is coming for you. And look at that. Victory of the 28 and the twins. How beautiful is that? Oh, wow. Look at the next card. Carrying connections. And the Magician and the Mirror. How perfect is that? So we have the 14 of that higher love of the Temperance card and the 53 of the Messenger of Truth. And that could be a father involved as well. But again, it's the Magician and the Mirror, which is the twins reflecting each other. And then we have the bottom of the deck, which is the Sun. Okay. The Sun, and beneath that is walking away. So somebody might have walked away with new inspiration, leaving a relationship. As the Sun comes out with the One and the Magician, causing a storm to happen that clears the path of destiny to victory, on the path again, choosing a path, or the twin flames and staying in the present moment, being and carrying connections of a higher love, and reflecting the man in the mirror, the Magician in the mirror, as the messenger of truth with epiphanies and such. And then on the next three cards came up together as the happy family, kind of separate, but it could be a happy ending here with the Emperor on a certain path. This could be a temple path with the 12 hanging out, being wise, with the woman holding the coin. So this could be someone who walked away to be independent, more interested in the 3D energies of being in partnership to make money, perhaps connected with a certain path or a temple, and the family here. So again, religious issues came up in this read. So that could be someone separating because of different religious beliefs in the end. So let's see what the journey of love has to say. Take a deep breath, you guys. All right, let's see if we can get a card here. There we go. Contemplation 69, which is the Ace of Pentacles, an offer of time, money, and effort, or a new life of perfect contentment. Just taking a deep breath and going within. And then there's the Christ flame there, the masculine and the feminine in the heart of the moment. The 16 is the storm, sudden event, epiphany, or sexual exchange. There's your energy. Okay. And it's also coming, the next card is the rings of time, like the test of time. The masculine and feminine, Mary Magdalene and the Christ, in the heart of the moment, standing the test of time. And again, there's that father time energy. And I told you that when the baby was born this morning, I woke up at 7:52, but it wasn't 7:52 on my clock because I hadn't changed my clock yet from daylight savings. And so I went to change my clock and I couldn't change it because it was broken. I kind of had a feeling it was going to break soon, but it was broken. So, and also my father was supposed to go into the baby today. So literally it was like father time broke the clock. And it was so funny. I don't want to go into her name and everything, but her name broken down was referencing my father in a funny way too. So it was really funny. So again, there's that father time of coming up in the cards now in both sections here, right? Because here we have father time energy here and father time energy here as the last card, which is again the time collapse. Like we're not in time and space anymore, right? Because you're in the fourth density, but the fifth, dealing with the fifth dimension and above. It's like you're graduating to that full fourth density energy. The density is different. We're staying in fourth density. It takes a long time to get out of a density. For example, from what I understand, the Pleiadians are in the upper octaves of the fourth density. But that doesn't mean they're not 5D and higher energies. So the bottom of the deck here is her Grace, the graceful gazelle. So Grace, Princess, or Grace Kelly can become up here. My mother's middle name is Grace, but again, the gentleness of Grace, the 17 of the star and dreams coming true, and extending a hand gracefully, and the towering magnificence of the union here, of coming together. And talk about Pleiadians here. There's a lot of tall beings there. Coming together, I'm getting at the precipice of the dawning. At the precipice of the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We talked about Aquarius, right? A place to have fun in the water. The union of dreams coming true and Grace. The towering magnificence of her Grace. And look at the colors are the same bluish color there. Coming into union with dreams come true. I was getting to, this is someone like putting out their hand for someone to put a ring on their finger. What's that song? Put a ring on it. I don't know what the song is, but I'm getting that from a movie I was watching, I think. Whatever that song is, put a ring on it. That was coming up here. So I'm going to read you contemplation. And again, the storm warning's coming, but in order to clear the way for victory. And 69 is the Ace of Pentacles. An offer of a life of perfect contentment. Within you, there's a question arising. When you get the question, the right answer will be self-evident, but you have to plunge into your subconscious deep within to find the right question, to articulate it clearly and understand what it is that you're really asking. That question within you is actually a divine gift of awakening. It is your future awakened self waiting to be found and calling to you too. Let the question arise through dreams, dance, meditation, sleep, yoga, and time in nature, swimming in the ocean, bathing in aromatherapy bath, or receiving a hot stone massage. The question holds within it the next unfolding petal of the lotus of your being. This oracle brings you an invitation to enter into the mystery of your life and your being, to allow the biggest question you can summon to emerge from your heart and be expressed through love. Your question may emerge as clear and shining or soft and yielding, a question with no words, only feeling. Whatever truth emerges, let that be your contemplation. In response to that question, the next step forward will unfold before you, revealed in perfect clarity and perfect timing. This oracle brings you a message from your own divine nature. Come sit with me and breathe. I want to ask you something. I want you to ask me something. Together there is conversation that we are to have now, and there will be beautiful accord between us that overflows into all of your relationships, bringing more understanding and peace. Patterns break through the night in beams of light awakening, memories of walking on sand, moments waves replace, waiting for another passer-by, reflections, time to look outward in, to find those hidden spaces residing alone, waiting for a twin soul, waiting for myself. Make sure you drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, joy in nature, and follow your own intuition, your own guidance, and rise and be love. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. Love you guys. Bye. Bye.